Hello guys and welcome back to another FM26 Bath City video. Today you join me as previously discussed on our FA Cup tie against MK Dons. This is away, so if anything it will get me some money, not loads, so we're hoping to make it through, but money's money at my level. I've recorded, this is, I think it's going to be my fourth video. Like I said initially, it probably wasn't going to make YouTube, but I think I decided for now I will just chuck it on. What's the harm? Every episode's just going to be the match play of each game, and I'm going to do it for every game of the season because why not? That's how I've decided I'm going to start this save. I think that's the easiest way for me to do it and just start to get used to being, I suppose, a content creator, if that's where this is going. Not something I'm used to, probably won't get the views and the watches and this, that and the other, but like I said, a lot of this is just personal. When I first started playing FM, I'd have a notebook and I'd write down the results of every game. I'd write down my signings, my tactics, with little arrows on what I want my players to do. So I'd write this tactic down as it is on a bit of paper, and there'd be an arrow for Gibbons to get up here, an arrow for Greenslade to get up here, and then if I did out of possession there'd be an arrow for Tilson to drop back and stuff like that. So you know, as discussed previously, we are going to give Charlie Binns a go in goal. He is my cup keeper. His sharpness is down. That might lead us to losing the game, but I'm sticking to he's my cup keeper. Like I said, 20-year-old breakthrough prospect. He is very good. Probably just as good, if not better, than Wiles Richards. I was tempted to promote Horsell just for this game onto the bench, which I will do actually, seeing as he's already in the squad. I worried he wouldn't be there because he's technically in my under-21 squad, even though I don't really have one. This is my lineup for the game against MK Dons. Pretty much my strongest team that's currently available. Tilson. I'm going to actually move this, make sure let's move this game. I'm going to give Beardmore a go once again in centre mid, creative player. Russ, more of a defensive guy. You'll see the tactics, their positions, they're just DMs, they're not box-to-box midfielders. Very basic, and I think that works for these non-league teams. I've started off very basic. This tactic might grow over time. I am looking now, like I said, I'm on my fourth episode in. If you guys have any tactical advice, things you might change, players you might think I should sign, players that you think I should get rid of in my team. You might have knowledge of some of these players in FM. If you've already done a couple of lower league saves, you might say, I'll give up on your dream of Sweet and becoming a world beater. I played him every game for 5 seasons and he still wasn't good enough for League 2, for example. You guys might notice things, but we're going into a very tough game here. I'm not expecting a win. We are just here really for the money, as I keep saying. So let's start this game. Hopefully we can play well. We're off the back of some really good performances. 5-0 win, 5-1 win, I think a 1-0 win. I can't remember what we won in the last episode now. Like I said, I'm not expecting anything from this game, but if we can do a shot cup victory for us and take Bath to the next round, hopefully pull a half-decent team in an away game again, keep getting that more money to make next season look bigger. My target this season, league-wise, is mid-table finish, and at the moment we're up in second. We are 7 points off top, and there's only 7 points between us and 12th, so there is possibility we still only finish mid-table. But that was my target this season. Keep the financials running, keep earning money while sustaining the club within the league. And then, off the post there, we could have been 1-0 up. Sustain our position in the league for another year and then build on it next year. Once I've decided on the tactic, I can start looking for players that can fit me. But it's a good start there from us. We have hit the post already in the first 5 minutes. But I'm expecting MK Dons to get a lot of chances this game. And it's really going to see. Gibbons there, right wing back. I think this is his 4th game or 5th game in a matter of 2.5 weeks. So I expect him to be shut by half time. But we're still a month or so away from Reigns coming back. And there is Binns with his first test of the day. Makes a good save there against Tomlinson for MK Dons. The resulting free kick is going to be taken by Tomlinson here. Stood over it. And I thought we were 1-0 down, but luckily that shot has gone wide. quite a few highlights already in these first 10 minutes. I'm expecting, like I said, us to get dominated. It was good that we have had a highlight to show that we can create a chance. Beardmore brought into the midfield, preferred over Sweet in this game. Create a spark in that midfield with Jenkins-Davies. Looking out wide, Gibbons, I've mentioned his name 100 times, I feel. He's been so impressive since coming in, and the guy's not even on a full contract. But that's great defended by Parcell to win that ball back. But straight away back out to the MK Dons players. Beardmore back to defend and clear the ball. 10 minutes in, another highlight still for MK Dons on the ball. They are putting us under pressure. I did say last game I don't often go off balanced. I normally stay balanced all game. I was about to say I might change that here, but maybe I shouldn't, because Jenkins-Davies should square it to Ash, and Ash has missed a big chance over the bar. And that should have been 1-0 to Bath there. We are, as usual, dominating the possession. Equal shots and shots on target. It's interesting we've had the most possession, but the highlights would not show that, because the highlights have been about 50-50 in terms of chances. We did manage to get behind their defence there, and so far we've had two very good opportunities. One that Ash definitely should have put away, and another that Windsor knocked off the post. And that's a ball, he's surely offside here. And the flag does go out. I thought that would be offside. Ash should have put us 1-0 up. I still can't get over that chance, but we are playing well, Bath, dominating the ball. Very good XG there of over 1 already. And considering we've only had 2 shots with none on target, that Ash chance really shows that Ash chance and the Windsor off the post were 2 great chances that we may regret not taking later on in this game. We've done well though, coming up to the half-hour mark. The game's been about 50-50, similar amount of shots, and we're now on a similar amount of possession, which means MK Dons must have started to get into this game, as we were sat at about 60% possession up until recently. The ball out to Parside, plays that long. Windsor doesn't win it. That is a free kick there. And that is a yellow card, so they now have a player on a yellow card, 30th minute here. Seems like quite a good first half so far. I'm wondering if this is going to go to a replay, which will lead to us potentially playing at home in the replay, if there becomes one. Greenslade played that short to Tilson, Parsell playing the ball long again. Nobody's going to win that, and that gives MK Dons the chance to attack. They play a great through ball, and that's Collins again, and now they've hit the post. Very equal chances so far. We hit the post, they've had an offside goal. They've hit the post. We had a sitter with Ash, and sadly Ash couldn't put it away. Crowley now over the dead ball. 10 minutes left of the half. He takes a shot over the bar. MK Dons starting to assert dominance now. They've had more possession, more shots. Nobody's had a shot on target yet, which is interesting. Gibbons on the ball to Bash, to Russ, inside to Beardmore, to Tilson. That needs to go wide left to Greenslade. I can see that miles off. Beardmore, Jenkins-Davies plays it through. Windsor now. No one really in the box, so it has to go back to Greenslade. It goes to Beardmore, takes a shot over the bar. It took a deflection on its way through, and it's a City corner. Nothing to come from that corner now. Coming up now to half time. This will be the last highlight of the half. And is it going to be a goal conceded there? Collins slows the play right down, surprisingly. Parcell gets a foot in. It's played out to Ash now. Ash to Gibbons. To Jenkins-Davies. To Ash. And nothing's going to come off this, I don't think. Jenkins-Davies actually has got an opportunity. And it's an awful shot. Would have been good to get that goal just before half time. You can see how tired some of my team are already. Like I said, this schedule down in non-league, we're talking 2 games a week minimum. We're doing well. We've done nothing wrong. Let's go into the second half now. Gibbons, like I keep saying, on that wide right is looking absolutely knackered. I think he's the only guy who I've not really completely rotated out of the team in terms of outside of the pitch. I mean, the only person who had more minutes than him probably in the last 5 games before this was probably Wiles Richards, and even he's been rested now. But it shows we really don't have any options at that right wing back. But once Rains is back, we've got double options. Windsor now with an opportunity. He needs to pick someone out. Beardmore had a shot, it was blocked. Collins wins that ball. Doing fairly well. I feel like that might be Collins who used to play for Bristol Rovers, but I'm not completely sure. And we're coming up now, we're only 5 minutes into the second half, and it's looking more of the same. It's more of a 50-50 game than I expected. I expected us to easily lose this game, but we're holding our own at the moment. Maybe that's helped by the good form we've been in, but Greenslade gives that away poorly. Lecco, is that Lecco who used to play for West Brom? I think he was a bit of a wonder kid back in the day. Crowley I seem to recognise as well, and maybe he was an Arsenal youth player. And that's another shot off the bar. Gilby, by the looks of it, headed that straight onto the bar. And Bath are on a bit of a tightrope this game, and we have had opportunities ourselves, but it does look like MK Don's chances have been the more threatening overall throughout this game. They've had more threatening chances than us. And Ash losing the ball there in midfield. That's a poor place to lose the ball. You're just giving chances. And it looks like Tilson or someone's jumped out and missed the ball, but luckily we deal with that again at the back. Pass out now. That's the end of that highlight. We're the only team currently to officially have a shot on target, because I think all of MK Don's good chances have hit the woodwork. Coming up to the 55th minute, I think some subs might need to come soon. Windsor's looking tired. Jenkins Davies looking tired. Maybe I'll push Beardmore up one this time. I'll drop Beardmore back one the other game. Maybe I'll drop him forward this game. And we are apparently scrambling to contain MK Dons right now. And it's Crowley over the ball. Crowley whips that in. And it's easily cleared for us. Greenslade now with the ball on the wing. I love Greenslade. His attacking prowess, especially from that wing-back role. Couldn't find that pass through though. And MK Dons look to reset here. Out wide to Clark. Ball over the top. Parcel deals with well. Beardmore pick it up. Ash to Russ. Russ over the top now. Can Windsor get to it? Windsor can. Windsor's got to pick up someone here. And the ball's bounced everywhere and it's a corner for Bath. And there is a highlight from this corner. I think after this I'll look to make subs. Windsor plays it in. Easily cleared. Batten's going to pick that up. To Bash. To Windsor, takes a shot. The flag goes up, it looks like it's offside, and here comes some subs. Fisher on for... I'm going to say for Bash. How many subs do I have in the cup? I'm not sure. Sweeten's going to come on for Jenkins Davis, and then we're going to swap those roles round. I'll only do those two for now. We do have 5 subs, and 2 of them will be made shortly. Before they're made, MK Don seem to have another highlight here. Will this lead to anything this time? Waller now to offered to Kelly. What a ball. Is Collins going to get that? He actually does, and it's to Crowley, and Binns makes another save. So far, I do not regret bringing Binns in. He's done absolutely wonderfully so far in goal. He's still kept a clean sheet when we're about 60 minutes in. It's been a 50-50 game still, and we see Bath in the final third with Greenslade to Sweeten, Sweeten to Greenslade to Sweeten, to Russ, to Greenslade again, to Russ again. Back to Tilson. Tilson now picks up Greenslade. Greenslade gives the ball away, but Sweeten picks it up. Russ down with a long shot. And that's a comfortable save from I can't say his name. And they play it long, but Gibbons now. Another set piece here for MK Dons, cleared by Batten, cleared by Fisher. Kelly's going to pick that up. Kelly plays back to Tomlinson, to Kelly, all the way back to Clark. Clark now to Tomlinson. Tomlinson tackled though, and that looks like Sweetens came on and got injured again. He's only recently returned from injury. I've only just subbed him on, but it looks like he might have to come back off. I've not been forced into a substitution, so hopefully Sweeten can carry on with this match. There's another chance for MK Dons, another set piece, and they've got Kelly stood over this one. And it's a goal. And that, I think, could be us out the cup. I don't see us coming back from this. I didn't expect us to win this anyway. And we've done well to make it to almost the 17th minute and only be 1-0 down. But now MK Dons has scored. Will they be able to take full advantage of this and give a sloppy ball away to Greenslade, but even more sloppily gives it back to MK Dons, and it's Lecco now back. Waller, MK Dons starting to dominate the ball. Collins and Gilby combining brilliantly, and it's time to make more subs. Bauman on for Beardmore in the cam spot, I think. Alves can come on because Gibbons is absolutely knackered. I'll save that one sub potentially for later on, or an injury. You never know what can happen. We're into the last 15 minutes here. MK Dons playing out from the back. Playing it down to Gilby, to Collins, to Kelly. Intercepted there well by Tilson. Bauman on the ball. Windsor out to Greenslade. Greenslade to Sweeten. Sweeten back to Greenslade. That's a good ball. But Greenslade's met by trying to attack two people. But that's an absolutely brilliant ball to Greenslade. Greenslade plays it in. And how has Windsor not tapped that in the net? Windsor now on the set piece. Plays it in. Cleared easily. Bauman. And that's one of the best opportunities we could have of the game of scoring. And Bauman shot it straight at the keeper. Tilson will pick this up to Parcell. Goes to Greenslade again. To Sweeten. Sweeten will go to Greenslade again. Greenslade pings it up. Easily intercepted. And you're just fighting MK Dons now. Lecco taking on Greenslade. Greenslade absolutely done by Lecco. Lecco swings that ball in. Bath managed to keep it out for now. And that's off the bar off the keeper. And it's cleared momentarily. But MK Dons just on the attack again. I don't think there's any coming back for us this game. As we enter the last 15 minutes 1-0 down. MK Dons are really picking up the game now. Crowley's managed to keep it on some way somehow. Greenslade heads it away, but Kelly automatically just gets that ball back. And Bath at the moment is struggling to get out of their final third. This is more of what I expected at the start of the game, and it looks like those first 60 odd minutes were just getting my hopes up for an absolute battering. Crowley on another corner here for MK Dons. You swing that in, and it is momentarily getting cleared by Bath, but MK Dons comes straight back. Clark, and it somehow bounces past Binns, and we are now 2-0 down. Now I said I don't do this often, but I have no choice. We are going to have to go attacking. The Bath team are looking rather tired. It's been a thick run of games, and that shows the tiredness in the team. Ball kicked straight out of play. Greenslade no chance keeping that in. I'm looking to protect Greenslade now. And I'll bring on Keta Diawa for the last few minutes. The last 10 minutes or so. We did a good job of valiant effort up until the 60th minute, but since then MK Dons really have just piled and piled and piled on the pressure. And there we are, Binns making a save, and we're just the ball's just bouncing back to him. Cleared there, another MK Dons corner. Tomlinson stood over it again. Plays that shot to Crowley all the way in, and it's over the bar. As we enter the last 8 minutes, Bath needs something here. Fresh legs in Keta Diawa. He hasn't impressed me his first couple of games. Greenslade's been showing him up, so hopefully he can come off the bench and do something here. The ball goes wide to Alves, and it goes out for a throw in. You see the issues with the win backs, the subs we make. Alves isn't going to stand up to Reigns, and he's not standing up to Gibbons. And Keta Diawa doesn't do as much as Greenslade in terms of attacking that byline. And it's a counter-attack here from MK Dons. Crowley now on the ball, plays it round to Hagan. Another save by Binns. Binns really hasn't had a bad game at all. He's just been let down by the Bath City side. And we're into the last 5 minutes of the game. This is us bowing out of the FA Cup for this season. We had a good run really, and we expected to lose against MK Dons, and we really have put up a fight, a good fight as well. And hopefully this doesn't affect the league form too much, because we've been killing in the league so far. We're doing really well. And we're coming up to the final highlight of the game. Can we get a consolation goal? Can we get anything in these last 2 minutes of extra time? No, what we can do is give the ball away. Kelly now to Crowley. Crowley out wide to Lecco. He's looked good all game, Lecco. Puts the ball in. And it looks like Crowley's gone down injured for MK Dons. A calf strain it looks like apparently. And we've made a valiant effort in this cup run this season, but this will see us bow out now. I expect this to be the final whistle any second now. Like I said, it was a good first 60 minutes or so, but since MK Dons have scored, they've dominated the game. And are they going to get one last chance here? A good ball over the top to Collins. Collins plays it in. Lecker gets his chance. Binns making another save. The team out there look absolutely shattered. They look like they gave it pretty much their all. There's not much more they could have done out there against a good side in MK Dons. We weren't expecting the win anyway. So a 2-0 loss isn't the end of the world. And that brings us back. If we have a look at MK Dons, what they're doing. They are in Sky Bet League 2, so a couple of leagues above us. If we have a look at the Sky Bet League 2. I'll have a look after this game. But yeah, that puts them 2 leagues above us. So we address the team. I'm proud of your efforts, even though it wasn't meant to be today. Like I said, they did well to keep it 0-0 and create chances until early in the second half, 60th minute. You know, we look at Sweeten's injury, only 1 to 3 days. So thankfully that wasn't anything too bad. The post-match press conference. So get rid of that. And you'll see we're out now. MK Dons, who have done well. Sky Bet League 2. Top of Sky Bet League 2. So, like I said, keeping the top of Sky Bet League 2 at 0-0 to the 60th minute is great for the team. But that's the end of that episode, and sadly, you have seen us drop out the FA Cup. I look forward to seeing you next time. In the next episode, we will be playing against... Let's have a look. Where am I looking? Portal. In the next episode, we will be playing Slough away from home. So I'll see you for that game.